Hello grade 6, miss you all. This is Miss Mary, and today we will complete solving the revision sheets. This is the third video. In the previous video we stopped until question 61, but we skipped questions from 32 till 39. So in this video we will start first solving these 7 questions, and then we will start from question 62 as we stopped last time. So let's start with question 32. Question 32, malleability. Malleability is an example of, if you remember, malleability is the ability of bend, to be easily bent. Like aluminum foil, it can easily bend, so it has high malleability. So malleability is a physical property, chemical property, physical change, or chemical change. So yes, this will be physical property. Question 33, which of the following is not a physical property? And here are physical properties except reactivity with water, because as we know, reactivity is not physical. Reactivity is a chemical property. So letter D. Let's go to the next question, 34. During physical changes, matter always retains or keeps its. The matter in physical change, the matter keeps the size, the identity, the state, or the texture. Of course, it keeps its identity, so the answer will be letter B. Question 35. What has mass and takes up space? Anything that has mass and volume and takes up space is matter. Yes, so the answer will be letter D. Question 36. Which of the following signs does not indicate the chemical change? As you remember, we said that we have 5 signs to indicate chemical change, or to tell us that a chemical change has taken place. So we need to find one of them is not a sign for a chemical change. Letter A, change in state. Letter B, change in color. Letter C, foaming or bubbling, means releasing gas. And letter D, production of heat or light. All of them are signs for chemical change except a change in state, because as we said, changing in state is a physical change. So this is not chemical change, so it will not give any sign of the signs of chemical changes. So we will choose letter A. Next question, 37. Why is density considered a useful property for identifying matter? Why we can know the type of matter from measuring its density? Because different substances have the same densities, because density is unique or special to each substance, or because density predicts whether objects float, or density varies at different temperatures. Density is unique or different for each kind of minerals and matter, like diamond has different density from gold, different density from silver, different density from water. So every kind of matter has different density. So the answer will be letter B. Density is unique for each substance. Question 38. Why is freezing water to make ice considered a physical change? Why freezing water, which is a change of state, is considered a physical change? Because the ice has some new properties, because the ice floats on the water, because the water changes its state, or the water changes its identity. The freezing water or changing the state is physical change because of course not because the ice has new properties. No, the ice will not have new properties because it's still water. The ice floats on water, or the ice changes its state, or the water changes its identity. And also we will not choose D because the ice, as we said, is still water. So the answer for this question would be letter C, because the water changes its state. The water was liquid, and now when it becomes ice, it will be solid. So in this case, as we said before, changing state from solid to liquid, or from liquid to solid, or from liquid to gas, any of these changes, we call them physical change. So we will choose letter C. And now we will move to 39. Why would dissolving salt in water be considered a physical change? Why dissolving, which is solubility, is kind of physical change? Because the salt disappears forever. When you put salt in water, it will dissolve forever. Of course no, because you can return it back to salt by boiling the water. The water tastes salty, the salt changes its state, or the salt returns if the mixture is heated. Yes, you can return back the salt. If you make boiling for the water will evaporate and leaving only the salt at the bottom, so the salt returns if the mixture is heated. So we will choose letter D. So now we have finished with the question that we skipped the last time, and we will continue from question 61. Let's go now to question 61. Question 62. Explain why a bowling ball is much heavier than a soccer ball even though they are the same size. It's lighter. Why? If they have the same volume, why they don't have the same mass? So the answer for this question, because the bowling ball is made of denser material and is solid. So the bowling ball has more matter inside and it has more density. It packs more matter into the same amount of space. The more dense and massive the object is, the more it will weigh, or the more it will have mass. Okay, so in this question you can write by your own way. You don't have to write the same answer like me, but you can write by your own way. What did you understand in this question? You can write that the bowling ball has more matter inside and denser matter inside, but the soccer ball, it has less matter inside, it has air, and the air has low density. And that's why the bowling ball is heavier than the soccer ball, because it has more mass. Okay, so in question 63, describe 4 physical changes that you could perform on a glass of water. If you have a glass of water, what kind of physical change you can do for the glass of water? Let's see. First, you could apply heat and cause the water to change into gas. So this is the first change you can make for the water. You also could dissolve salt or sugar in water, and as we know that dissolving sugar or salt in water, this is physical change. You could also freeze the water in ice tray. You can put the water in a tray and put it in the freezer and change it into ice, so this is also physical change. And you can melt it again into liquid water, and this is a physical change too. So here are the 4 physical changes that you can make for a glass of water. Okay, so you can change it to gas, you can dissolve it in salt and sugar, you can freeze it and put it in the ice or in the freezer. You also can change it again by melting into liquid. Okay, so now let's move to question 64. List 3 clues or signs that indicate a chemical change. Actually there are 5, but here we need only 3. Okay, so here I wrote for you about all of them actually, but you can choose any 3 of them and write them down. Color change, bubbling and fizzing or foaming, production of heat, sound or odor. We still have also formation of precipitate, so choose any 3 of them and write them down. Okay, so now let's move to the next page, page 9. And first question, matching. Match each item with the correct statement below. We have density, mass, volume, and weight. So question 65, the measure of the force of gravity on an object, the amount of gravitational force on the object. What this was, do you remember? Yes, bravo, it was weight. The question, the mass of an object per unit volume, mass over volume. If you remember this formula, it was for measuring density. Yes. Letter A. 67, a measure of the amount of matter in an object. How much matter in the object? Like if I have a box, how much matter inside the box? This is the mass. So letter B. Next question 68, the measure of the amount of space matter occupies. The amount of space the matter takes. This is volume. So letter C. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Match also. In question 1, ability to be made into thin sheets. This is, do you know? Malleability. Yes, like very thin sheets and easily bend. Question 70. A change in the form of a substance that doesn't change its identity. What kind of changes doesn't change the identity of the substance? Yes, physical change. So letter D. 71. The ability to conduct electric current. The ability of substance to conduct electricity, like metals, they conduct electricity well. This we call this, yes, electrical conductivity, F. Next question 72. The relationship between mass and volume. Mass over volume is, yes, density. So let 73. Ability of a substance to dissolve. The ability of the substance to dissolve will be solubility, letter C. And now let's move to the next question. A characteristic that can be observed or measured, such as color, state, or hardness. All of these properties are physical properties. So letter B. So 74 will be letter B. 75. The ability of a substance to burn. Do you remember the substance, how easily substance burn? This is called, yes, flammability, C. Question 76. The process of changing into entirely new substance. When we said the substance changes the identity and becomes a new substance, this is a chemical change. Yes, letter B. So question 77. Changes in matter that do not change the composition. Composition, it means made of what? Or the identity of the substance. Will be physically change, letter E. Question, the ability of two or more substances to combine to form other substances. Yes, this is the ability of substance to make new substance. This is reactivity. So letter A. Okay, grade 6, this was everything for today, and in the next video, the fourth video, we will finish the revision sheet. See you and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.